Hundreds of teens flooded Bartow Avenue running past several businesses.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Parents, your children, knowing that they don't have school this week, they do not have school this week, and also knowing that there's no institution, there's no centers in place for them to be productive that we've created for them outside of school. We didn't create a productive place or even a playful place, a fun place where their fun will be tamed and controlled. We did not create that for them. Many of us spend our money on drugs. We spend our money on drugs. We spend our money on alcohol. We spend our money going to clubs. We spend our money on things that will not give us value. We don't spend our money on our children, like investing on our children. We don't do that. So we didn't create nothing for them. We didn't create anything for them to be productive at, for them to have fun outside of school. We let them be. So they decided to take their fun into their own hands. There's nothing for them to do. Do we expect them to be in prison at home and do homework all day long? Even I wouldn't do that. And I'm a school teacher. We didn't create anything for them, provide anything for them outside of school for them to be productive, for them to learn, for them to have fun. We didn't take that into our own hands and create that for our own children. So they decided to take the fun into their own hands, and a large group of them went to a mall in Plaza and wreaked havoc, breaking windows, running around stores, perhaps even stealing items in stores. I don't have proof of that, perhaps. I'm assuming. Right? I didn't see no fights. I didn't see them hitting anyone. If there were no fights and no one was harmed, then I respect this. At least you guys controlled yourself to some degree. But they were destroying property. And then you have adults on TikTok, grown women and men on TikTok. To be honest, I only see one woman say this. So I'm be honest, let me be precise. Saying, they're children. What do you expect? They're children, what do you expect? So let your child or your niece or your nephew break your window, break your property. Have that same excuse. Will you have that same excuse? No. Or saying, what do we expect? They're from the Bronx. They're from the Why are we looking down upon where we live? That makes no sense. Why are we having negative thoughts and assumptions about our own people, our own place of residence? Where we're from, that's where we are from. That looks bad on us. Oh, they're from the Bronx. That looks bad on us. I mean, we can't raise and nurture our own children upon the correct path. We have to do better. As parents, as adults, we have to do better. Yes, the children are at fault. All of you guys are at fault. If you watch my videos, you guys are at fault. Or if you see my videos, you guys are at fault. You guys are at fault. But it's understandable. Where's the guidance? Who's guiding them to do righteousness outside of school or out of school? Which one of us? You see a lot of brothers on the block, brothers making skits, comedy skits, and the children, no guidance, no mentors. So what they're gonna raise themselves and mentor themselves. What do we expect? We need to do better as a community. This is all of our fault. It's more our fault than them. Though, you guys are at fault. You guys bugging out. And also, I hope my students were not a part. If I find out you guys were a part of this group, I'm gonna give you guys an essay to do, inshallah. Essay is gonna be about Malcolm X. You already know. Alhamdulillah. Unless you have proof that you weren't being chaotic, then okay, I'll be lenient. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. But we got to do better as a community. We got to create, if we don't have the money to create institutions, to buy property, in order to create recreational centers or learning centers outside of school for our children, then no problem. Let's work within our means. Let's create neighborhood programs within our communities. We go on trips together. We can't take our children to Central Park. We can't take our children to to the Bronx Zoo. We can't take our children to the woods. Like, learn how to survive. I mean, I gotta learn that as well myself. Right? SubhanAllah. Right? We can learn together. You know? We can do all of that. We don't gotta, the schools, we don't have to rely on the schools to be their parents and to be their mentors. We can do that ourselves. We gotta stop being lazy and stop being selfish. Spend your money on drugs over your children. Spend your money on alcohol to lose your mind over your children. Even cows and pigs don't do that. Allahu Akbar. May Allah guide us. May Allah protect us. If you have not done so already, get the autobiography of Malcolm X and read it, inshallah. Inshallah. All of you children who went, if you're watching my video, go to your school library and ask for the autobiography of Malcolm X and start reading. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. May Allah guide us. May Allah protect us. Peace.